So, I mean, it's going pretty much according to plan, guys. Right, so we had a high, right, and then there was decline. It happened quite earlier than I expected. Expected at midday. It took place a lot earlier, but we had that midday decline, right? And then one high correlator here, followed by a little bit of a decline, and then another high correlator. So it's a good thing to play both sides, like I said, because there's a big move going on right now, and either way, like a split or a straddle will be doing all right now. What's interesting to point out as well is we should think of this price level here between roughly 377.50 and 376.50-ish. We should consider that like a Princess of Swords price level. There may be more than one Princess of Swords price level, but I want to indicate that as one because basically we hit that price level just a little bit before 2 o'clock. And it's the same price level that we had for the Princess of Swords at the end of the day, right here. Right, so Princess of Swords price level, and then that helps to determine price levels moving forward and like the size of a move. It may help, doesn't always. Right, and so there's a trade opportunity. It's really, it's really like more like between that. Right, so we've got the Princess of Swords at the end of the day yesterday at the close, post-market, right, and we have this price level here that we reached. And then we have the Princess of Swords here between 2 and 3. We hit it right around just a little bit before 2, the same price levels as we had hit when we were at the Princess of Swords time frame yesterday. So that's why I label this Princess of Swords price level. And then moving forward, we may find that we revisit it. It's possible. We'll see when we see other Princess of Swords, depending on where we are as far as price levels are concerned. It may be very helpful, it may not. I still see a drop. Yeah, I still see a drop at the end of the day. I don't know how like it's there's a drop there. We've got the universe card here, the worry card, the strife card. Sorry, the strife card, the universe card again. Yeah, I feel pretty strongly there's a drop there, but I'm still bullish, to be clear. Like, if I had taken myself out of the bullish position at any point, I would have like really regretted it, even though there's moments where I saw a downside. So that's the thing. It's like on the overview, it's always good to go with the overarching theme, right? When we talk about trading technicals, you want to figure out the overarching theme and then trade in that direction. Right now, the overarching theme is like this futility. It's a false rally. It's still a rally though. Yeah, you got it, man. But now, like, depending on how high up we were to go, that drop could bring us like to where we are now. But I don't think we're gonna go much higher than this. What time is it now? It's 3:20. Matter of fact, we may go a bit higher. If we didn't go higher from here, we would see a sharp drop, is my sense. But I think we probably... like this price level is a really good midpoint between like 377 and 378-ish, or 376.50 and 377.50-ish. Like that price level, a good area to like have as a midpoint for a straddle or strangle. Nullified science card. Yeah, I'm definitely positioned in both directions at this time, just as planned. I'm annoyed because I made that stupid error. I doubted myself earlier in the week. Lost out on a big chunk of change. Didn't lose money, but man, it's so annoying to be right and still not make money. But for whatever reason, that's how the universe has it go. Just like, man, you know, why is it gotta happen right when I make that one error? Sometimes I wonder. Yeah, we've still got room to run here. We broke out. We still got room to run. Although this does look like a bearish form, a bearish technical thing going on right here, possibly. I should probably familiarize myself with the names of these formations to better communicate it. Okay, cool. It's still on the 10th as well. I was thinking maybe we were gonna have a little price swing a bit early, but really I think we probably open up. We open up higher, like over the, like on the 10th, Monday the 10th, and then we fall pretty hard from there. This is pretty bullish though, to have the Princess of Cups in the high significator position, indicating that the high level for the day is still a price level for opening up a long position. Interesting. This is much more bearish to see here. It fits the Princess of Wands fits the high position much more like naturally, I should say. And that does look kind of bearish. I mean, like I said, it's now falling from there. And the Ace of Wands is also the high for this. That's probably, Friday's probably the high for the month, actually. Maybe not Monday. Friday. Ace of Wands. You see what I'm talking about? Ace of Wands in the October cluster as a high significator. It's not so much a significator as it is a theme of the high, overall arching theme. And to see them kind of like this is already on the 1 month. This area right here is already like, this is suspect of being a high. I put the 10th because I feel more strongly that it's the 10th, but the 7th is definitely suspect, as well as like the 11th and the 12th. But my sense is that my sense has been that it's the 10th. Now I'm thinking it might actually be the 7th. Although, one thing that I have come to realize, I don't want to jump the gun, one thing that I have come to realize is that the correlations, like to find a significator for on the scale of, the broad scale of like a 4-card 1 month cluster, like this one card representing all of the high energy for the month of October, the Ace of Wands. Like on a scale like that, we don't necessarily line up perfectly high to high, like, but it would likely appear within close proximity to the high, if that makes sense. So it might still be the 10th, but it could. Like I said earlier, I think to be prudent, it's a good idea to count on the 7th as like a cash out opportunity on long positions. I'm probably going to open up another split, a straddle or a strangle, I should say. On the 7th. I may not. So I got a bunch of things prepped for recording. I'm going to have the rest of the Novembers recorded. I did them so long ago, but I wanted to wait for a good lunar influence to actually record them. So they've been sitting on ice since before Mercury retrograde, actually. I just didn't want to record them during retrograde. So in any case, I'll finish those recordings as well as a bunch of these 1 months. This is what I got prepped, and I'll have more by tomorrow, more completed. But right now I got AMC, I got Amazon, I've got Coin, MGM, and S&P 500 obviously, and XRP. Planning on QQ. Where's the? I'm going to do Ethereum as well. I think I'll get OXY. And then I've got these Capital One, BTBT. Oh, no, sorry, I don't have BTBT yet, but Capital One, GTII 10-year, Hood 10-year. It's a few of them. So there's a bunch already prepped and ready to come out pretty shortly, guys. Also, you know, I made a prediction a while back about uranium and nuclear power for space exploration and space mining. I'm now kind of sensing that it's more of a fusion. I think they still use uranium, but I need to look into that a little bit further. But it's fusion technology that's really what I'm excited about. That coming out, because that's gonna really help to impact space travel profoundly. They're also making all of these discoveries with the I forget what the name of the telescope is. In any case, like they have like black hole and white hole data, all sorts of stuff like that. Like we're on the verge of probably like figuring out like scientifically like wormholes and stuff like that. That's really cool stuff. It'll take society a really long time to catch up to the discovery of that, that's for sure. 335 now. We probably did hit our high at this point, is my sense. Looking at the RSI, and this is looking pretty bearish right here. There is also the what the heck? That was weird. The universe card. There's a drop there, guys. That doesn't look so bearish. it's looking bearish. Now it's looking pretty bearish. And like I said, we've got that universe card. We had a high and a high at the end of the day, so there was like a high and another high. Post-market is a decline to and through a support, and then we rotate sideways along support. But this sneak preview card's speaking of a decline, or a move to the downside and open lower. And a lot of the time, guys, when we see like what I've come to realize, I've pointed it out quite a few times, and it's actually while doing these live streams that I've come to realize that there's a pretty reliable amount of instances when like a card that appears at the end of the day and then at the beginning of the next day takes place. There's in a lot of cases it's been like the continuation of the move. If this was saying bullish, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't mean the same. I wouldn't see the same thing, right? It's because it's congruent. It's likely to happen in relation to all the other things that are being said. Yeah, I mean, we're at least hitting like 377, 77-ish before the close. Maybe more. Also have to take into consideration that the overall theme and behavior is a move higher. So the cards that have energy in the opposite direction are going to be, in a lot of cases, the bigger moves are truncated a bit. They're minimized because it's the opposite energy, and the overarching energy is always going to have like more of an influence than the smaller time frames within it. But it's moon energy at the end of the day, right? Moon energy, and we've been looking for that drop. We had a drop from the end of day high, which was also moon energy yesterday. Yeah. Right, so we drop, probably do our like sideways rotation off of support somewhere around, I mean, I'm just guesstimating. I don't see a price level, to be clear. I'm just guesstimating here as far as price level. But I mean, it wouldn't be completely unexpected if we filled that gap. But I'm thinking there's going to be a support that we're basically going to rotate sideways along after some decline off of a high early in the day. Matter of fact, there's a big move higher out of that, like early in the day, to reach the high, but it's an early day high. Yeah, so we probably establish. I mean, there's a big move here, guys, and this is a bullish card, to be clear. Tomorrow's card, overarching theme is bullish. It's sideways rotation, but in a lot of cases, bullish sentiment will increase towards the end of it, like the time frame of what it's representing. In this case, there's a big move higher, and then I think we probably do some, like, there's back and forth through the same price level stuff going on over here, and a fake out in the post market. Interesting. Like, taking another look at this, where this Princess of Discs sits on the 7th, I'm not so sure I want to wait till the end of the day. Like, there's a big move early into midday. Yeah, I probably do want to wait till the end of the day. So there's going to be like a drop from it, but this is a very bullish day. At the end of the day, I'll be going short. I'll open up some sort of put, probably at the money put, and I may have like a slightly out of the money call to pair with it. We'll see. So there's a good chance that we open up higher on Monday the 10th, and then we fall from there. Reversal on Tuesday, and then something unexpected towards the high. But that's about it. I'll be like definitely more bearish sentiment for me come Friday. And then the difference between like seeing a card appear here and then reappear here as a price level, because you might be wondering that. I think probably somebody's wondering that. It's a trump card. It's a movement, big drop, right? It's not a Western alchemical magic that I was speaking of, or the Western alchemy. It's elemental magic, if you will. Hermeticism is another version, you could say. So you know, the four elements, like I was saying this morning, they each represent a different type of movement. And so, like, if this, the reason why I could see this and its reappearance after, let me back up. So the reason why I could see this Princess of Swords and its reappearance here as a price level is because swords speak of resistance levels. They speak of horizontal movements. They're kind of like the energy that takes you from up to down, or down to up, or down to down, or up to up. It carries like the energy across. In alchemy, they're not, earth and air are not actually considered full elements. They're more like lesser elements. And the more primal elements are fire and water, obviously. How's it going, man? YT Breezy? Yeah, I mean, you've got a low correlation. Today's low correlation appears tomorrow, right? There's no correlator, a low correlator for tomorrow. It's nullified, which means the low doesn't really matter. We come out of it, like there's a big move out of it, I think. But the low correlation for tomorrow is an indication that we're going to open lower. The strife card is an indication that we're going to open. The strife card in that position is an indication we're going to go lower. The extent of the reappearance of this is the most bearish card that you could get in the deck. To be clear, the universe card. It's the most bearish of them. It's like the opposite of the Aeon card. The Aeon card would be the most bullish. And so, like, it's a big movement to the downside, and the reappearance also suggests a big move to the downside to a support level. Like, we open at a support level in the pre-market somewhere, probably. And that's, I'm thinking it's either going to be, it's probably going to be I mean, if it gets to 371, it may fill the gap. But I think we probably will hit 373. I should say 374. But it could be a really big drop. It could be, because it does appear, this moon energy does appear on the 1 month. Let's be clear. We're at the moon. We're in the midst of the moon energy. There you go. Look at that. There's that moon energy coming into play. And you want to look at the overarching theme, which you find on a greater time frame reading, right? We're looking at a 1 month, so it gives us an overarching idea of the trend direction, and then within that we're able to determine things. So on the 1 day, bullish for the majority of the day, but there's a notable decline from that bullish move. That's kind of how you would read the combination. It took me a long time to be able to figure that stuff out, guys. Long time, and a lot of lost money. My God. My quality of life was drastically impacted several times in order for me to accomplish figuring out how to do this, guys, and for extended periods of time. I slept on an air mattress for 9 months once. That was actually me and my girlfriend slept on an air mattress for 9 months. Right, so like tomorrow I think we open at a drop, right, and we shoot pretty high up, and then we're bouncing off of like a support level the majority of the day. I think is probably what'll happen, like back and forth through the same price level, and then on the 7th it'll we'll probably, let me see. Yeah, on the 7th we open up higher. I think I probably won't wait till the end of the day to close my long position. I'll probably do it early in the day. I think I will. I think I'm going to do it around the luxury card here. It's a tricky day, but overall, the 7th we open up higher from the 6th. On the 7th we open up higher, and that'll probably be like a breakout through whatever that support level is that we attempt to establish. So I'm thinking probably this price level here, like Princess of Swords, is likely the price level that we're going to establish support off of, right? And then on Friday we pop higher really early, like overnight, and then early in the morning there's like a strong rally, and then we fall from there. And there'll be like some crazy price swings early next week. We may have a higher high early next week than we do on Friday, but again, I want to be prudent, because overall, come like over this weekend, my stance goes from bullish, super bullish, to pretty darn bearish. I mean, that's a breakout, guys. You see how that's, like, anybody that follows technical analysis is going to see that this is very likely going to break out here. It bounced around here. They try to make it seem like, right? They try to make it seem like they're going to reverse, and then poof. There's that 377.77. We broke right through it, like I said. How's everybody been doing? I hope everybody's been doing good. 1 month's been on ball, on point. I think I've been pretty good for the most part with these dailies. It's just that it hasn't been the clearest information. The 1 month was pretty clear though. And so we may actually be bumping up like on the support here as our worry level, if you will. I wouldn't call it the worry level because I haven't seen it more than here. Oh, there's the Ace of Discs. Ace of Discs. On the 3rd. Right, but we've got the we go into the worry card in the post market, right? So we fell through support, need a secondary support. This could be where we bump along sideways in the post market, and then tomorrow we should open up lower, and there should be like, there may be a bit of more decline depending on where we open. There may be a bit more decline, maybe to reach the support level. But the high is really early in the day. There's a rally to reach it. So the high is somewhere around like, it's between the open and like 10 o'clock. Excuse me, between the open and let's say 11 o'clock. But I'm leaning towards somewhere around like 10:20ish. Sometimes I forget what it is that I'm doing. Like, I just like predicted behavior by the minute. That's pretty profound. I do it so frequently. I just kind of like, I really don't want to say I take it for granted because I don't, but you know, like it's easily, you get used to it. It's like literally historic what I'm doing. And I don't know if you guys caught it yesterday when I was talking about Twitter. I wrote them this second appeal. I was like, I didn't hear back about the first appeal, and what's happened here is obviously you guys have flagged me as a scam because you don't believe that I could be predicting the stock market as a psychic, and rather than look at the evidence, you just label me a scam based on appearance. And I was like, the fact is, if you go to the YouTube channel, there's almost 900 predictions with a 98% average accuracy. All they're recorded for anybody to see, impossible to fake. If we went to court for a discrimination lawsuit, I would win hands down 100%. It would be an historic landmark case in history. And they, literally, 60 seconds later, I got a reply, guys. 60 seconds later. Not even. 60 seconds later, I looked and it was there, I should say. It's pretty badass when you've got the truth behind you and people want to swear that they know the truth, but they don't, because you have the truth and the evidence of it. Like, all these people who talk about how they know, what they know is based off of what somebody else told them, and that's based off of what somebody else told them, and that's based off of what somebody else told them. Maybe in a book, maybe from years prior. That doesn't mean it's not helpful information, but my truth is built off of experience and data, you know? You can't fuck with me, in other words. Excuse my French. What do you think will happen when, the government catches on that I can do this? Do you think I'll be in trouble? What do you guys think? Should I be worried? It's part of why I wear the sunglasses. That's a little bit of a move there. Oh no, sorry, no, not that much more. In any case, so that's that worry energy. So we fell through a support level, we get a secondary support level, and then we do some sideways rotation. Taking any questions, guys? I'm gonna roll pretty soon because I've got I'm gonna go to temple for the high holidays. We all got things that we need forgiveness for, man. All of us. That's why we're here. Anything that you guys want me to add to the list by chance? Oh, I gotta get Doge on that list. Doge is on now. I'm gonna do a bunch of cryptos too that I didn't speak of because I haven't actually done the spreads yet. But when I do the spreads, I'll let you guys know. I also have a 10-year for Grin coming out. I'll do a 10-year for MULN. RBLX. Do one for snow. I'm gonna get a bunch of them done tomorrow. Let's do one for SoFi. These are 10 years I'm talking about. Venu, I'm gonna do a 10-year for Venu. I got some clairvoyant impressions pointing that one out to me. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get rolling. Nobody seems to have questions, so I'm gonna get rolling. But appreciate everybody hopping on and watching. Hopefully, you're following along pretty closely because we've been nailing it pretty well here. With that said, make sure you follow that rule of karma. make sure the flow keeps going forward, and hit us back with a little bit too. It's important for the channel, my friends. Best of luck, and I'll see you guys. I'm gonna try and be on in the mornings now as well too. May not be as regular, but I'll be attempting to be on. Depends on how loud the construction is.